Nope. Okay. So now we're going to go into firmware upgrade. I should start finding these guys out. Okay. So firmware upgrade. Pre-upgrade checklist. What do we need before the upgrade? Download the firmware and detailed instruction for the support portal. So when we have a release, there's going to be a release notes, and it's going to have where to download the actual file from, our FTP server, or directly on the support portal. After that, instruction how to do it via TFTP and FTP. Ensure you have copies of present system information just in case. By that I mean have the sysinfo, general information. Available console connection recommended. It's recommended. Nothing's going to happen, but in case it does, you should have a console code. Able to pay devices for an upgrade. If your computer has Windows 7 or higher, ensure TFTP client is enabled. So in Windows XP computers and things like that, the TFTP client was enabled by default. On Windows 7 and up, even 2000, Windows 7 and you have to go into the available system features and enable the TFTP client. Extra tools for file transfer and TCP connections will be PuTTY, TeraCham, and TFTPD32. I personally use PuTTY, which is really reliable, PuTTY, and you can have a lock really good. Now, firmware upgrade, the only way that you can break the radio or really damage the radio is one thing. If you're in the middle of a firmware upgrade and you're looking at the screen and the dots are going across, it's executing the actual firmware, at that point, if you lose power to the radio, it's the only scenario where you can really damage the product. Okay? Besides that, you can run the firmware upgrade 1,000 times, nothing's going to happen. But if you pull the power on it, on the middle of an upgrade, that's really going to permanently break the radio. It has to come back to us at that point. Okay? So just be careful with it.
So the file's transferred to it, but when you're actually telling it to
Booting
write it to storage, at that moment you're vulnerable.
Yes, that when it's actually doing the actual changes on the lower levels.
So does it only support a single firmware? It must then.
Yeah.
So you can't have a primary to backup firmware?
No, not on this one. If you want to downgrade, you have to actually send the other firmware, the older firmware, and then execute it again.
Oh, okay.
On the pluses, there was a toggle feature. So you have another backup firmware there on the plus. You can do firmware upgrade toggle, and it will go back to the previous one.
Several of our vendors have primary and backup firmware, and that way if the first one fails, then at least you're booting something.
You boot in with the other one.
Sweet code, but it's you're alive, not dead.
Yeah. Yeah, on this one you have to actually send the other one out. When to upgrade, okay? Unless Triangle says mandatory upgrade, you don't have to upgrade. See, a product may work for you normal for a couple of years, fine. If you don't need the extra features and you don't want to upgrade, that's fine. But if we say it's mandatory because we may fix a major bug or something happened, then I would recommend doing it, and it's a force upgrade. Yeah.
Not to get off topic here, but we keep talking about sending it back to you guys. What's your RMA process like?
So the RMA process is once we confirm the fault itself, we do a ticket on it, and then we send you an RMA request form. You will fill that out, you send it back to us. After that, we will get an RMA number to you. You get the unit, put it in the box, put the RMA number on top, gets to our office, 2 to 3 weeks turnaround process, and you will get it back.
Is there an expedited turnaround?
There is, but there's a fee associated to that.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
If the repair's on the warranty, there's no charge. If it's something outside our scope, there's a charge.
And expedited is what, a week?
Expedited, I don't know the lead time, but it's pretty fast.
Depends on the situation.
Okay.
Depends on the fault, the situation, the severity, urgency.
Is John around?
Hey, go down there.
Typically, if it's, for example, maybe a bad ODU or a lightning strike that has to replace the actual power circuit board, that's fast enough. That's no problem. If we need to troubleshoot the device, because you cannot pinpoint the fault, then it's going to take a little more.
So you guys repair the ODUs in-house over there then?
The ODUs in our product. And the ODUs, they're third-party manufacturer.
Yeah, those we have to send out.
Yeah, so the RMA process is a little longer for.
Yeah. That's what having spares, especially per band and per site. You know, I like how they have it. You know, three spares per site. You know, for downtime for them, it's
Well, that's
almost
something I need to let people know.
Yeah.
Back at my company, because.
You know, the lead time on them, it depends on the actual availability of the frequency as well. So we may have 11 gigs, 23s, which is maybe more common, right? But lower 6-band, 6 gigs, things like that may not be as available. So, just so you know, they're in the process. So you better get in good with Ray over there. Okay, so when to upgrade? Again, it's not a mandatory unless Triangle says it's mandatory. You can subscribe to our trianglesys.com mailer list. Subscribe to forums as well. Install if it addresses any issues you have, really. Read the release notes. Now, on this topic, on our YouTube channel, there's a video how to do a firmware upgrade. So if you don't catch it here 100%, or when you do it in practice, you have any more questions, you can go back to the YouTube link and watch how to do firmware upgrade and just do it by yourself. Firmware upgrades do not hurt the radio. So you can send the same file again and again, or you can downgrade it with no problem.
That URL doesn't work, by the way. That's
Which one?
The
Subscriber?
subscribe one.
Oh, I gotta talk to Brand about that. Marketing guy.
So what if you
I'm
skip
gonna
a,
unlike them on Facebook. Man, I'm taking my subscription away on YouTube. Screw it.
Yes.
what if you skip a firmware upgrade and the next one you say is mandatory? Do you have to go back and do that one? Is it
No,
proper? You can
just the latest one. So you can just, for example, on your Rhino links, they start off at 11110. You can skip all the way to 201 with no problems. That's fine. Firmware upgrade will be a TFTP. Again, TFTP to me is really practical. Reason why? Because I don't have to set up an FTP server specifically to do firmware upgrades. Now, TFTP, the nature of it, again, it's not a secure protocol. It doesn't have a checksum at the end, but practicality, it's just so easy to use. So we're going to just cover fast what it is, and then I'm going to physically do the firmware upgrade. Okay? So, in the first, you got to enable the TFTP on both radios from the CLI. This cannot be done through the web interface. Firmware upgrade is only done via the CLI. Now, TFTP is off by default. And remember we said why? Because the radio will accept any file, txt.log.bin, it will actually accept it, okay? From Windows CMD, locate the directory where the file is located. So what I typically recommend is to just put it on the C drive. Just land on the C drive because you can do C drive directory from CMD. It's gonna be the easiest way to go. If you are really practical at DOS and things like that, you can put whatever you want. But if you're user that is not so advanced, just drop it on the C drive. That's really easy. Issue the following command. C downloads what I put the actual radio TFTP-I, Y-I because it's a binary file, and then the IP of the radio. Where am I going to send it to? And then put. It's not a get, it's a put. I'm putting the file where? File name .tog.gc. Now that is a gunzip file, it's a compressed file. Inside is going to be firmware file, ODU file, OMU file, all those things. After the file is successfully on the radio, log into the radio CLI in config node and issue the file commands. Now the first step what it was, send the file to the radio. First we gotta get it there. After we get the file there, do boot image upgrade IDU for split systems and OMU for outdoor models. So for this guys, you're upgrading the OMU. For those guys, the split systems, you're upgrading the IDU. Okay? The ODU does not have a firmware to upgrade. ODU is set by a third-party manufacturer and it's done. We don't deal with it. During the boot image process, dots will appear across the screen. Wait until the dots finish and the command prompt returns. This will take a few minutes, okay? It will take between 1 to 3 minutes, but it should not take 20 minutes. If you see the dots go on, something's wrong, you can always just clear the session, exit the session, and try it again. Finally, reboot the radio and check the firmware version after the reboot. Now, something is really practical. You can perform the firmware upgrade anytime you want, okay? And I mean that execute the firmware. So let's say you have a window at 2 o'clock in the morning, but you don't want to execute at 2 o'clock in the morning. You can do it at 10 o'clock in the morning, right after lunch. Just execute it until you reboot the radio. It's going to come up with the new firmware. So you have at least a window.
Have you seen any of the firmware upgrades?
Go south.
Well, render like where it sets the default channel size to 15,000, and then the other end had to know that I guess what I'm saying is are configs preserved solidly?
Yes,
so you can, like, if I upgrade the FAR radio to the newer version, but don't upgrade the newer radio right away, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
compatible.
Fine. That's
you
fine.
guys are mortal.
Yes.
You don't expect that we've got.
No, no. Yeah. The reason why, and the reason why we did that is we don't touch the config file during the upgrade process. We only add the features. So typically it's either adding features or fixing bugs. And that bug fix are, for example, something doesn't set right, like, I don't know, temperature spec or, things that can be set via the software. That's what we actually just improve or add. But as far as IP, system information, channel bandwidth, transmit and receive, we don't touch anything. So it's just
really the link should come up.
Yeah.
And it should still pass traffic.
Yeah. It's going to stop passing traffic when you actually reboot it.
Sure.
But during the actual execution of the firmware, it's going to be fine. No problem. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drive a little bit on the computer so you guys can see the actual TFTP upgrade. Again, if you guys, you're going to do it at one point today in the class, but you can always go back to the YouTube channel and watch me do the actual firmware upgrade. Now, what did we say before? Triangle has compatibility across platforms. So if we do it in an Orion IDU, this is exactly the same, and the 24 is exactly the same. So you can actually do firmware upgrades to all platforms in Triangle.
On the release notes, it'll have TFTP or FTP.
FTP, yep.
Do we still do the FTP? Is
Yes.
this site still active?
It's still running, everything is, yep, everything is there. Okay guys, please don't bully me about this, but yes, I use Windows on a Mac. I'm sorry guys, I have to.
Don't bully me. So, did you see anybody get you in the hotel in the lobby? Push you up against the wall,
Yeah.
like, what do you mean?
The only thing I'd bully you on is for Windows XP.
Yeah, was it XP I just saw?
Actually, no, you guys should be happy because it's the only one that actually works. Okay?
I'm kidding.
Yeah. XP is rock solid.
Just not getting any patches.
Just
Just don't connect to the internet.
Yeah,
Don't get public. Kids
We
don't
have
try
some
this at home.
internal workstations that never touch the internet. We got them. Well, we have some internal workstations. That
Yeah,
are still running.
I was running here Ubuntu, Solaris,
Yeah.
XP. I'm like,
Because
my wife said, "What? Your computer is like weird. Why? You have different things on it. Just let me do one thing."
Lars equipment from.
Yeah, I'm gonna get crap. I got Windows 7 on this thing.
I use VMware Fusion. I don't like Parallels. I would recommend VMware.
Yeah, if I were gonna do it again, I'd go to Fusion. I had Parallels. It's okay, but it was such a pain to get the Windows installation to work.
Yeah, no, with VMware,
Have you
you
ever
can
heard
just
of Badger?
literally load it in and boom, you're working in.
Bad River to the mountain.
Super
Far
fast.
scan from Paris.
Okay, so first thing I want to do is we'll make sure we can ping the actual radio, right? So we're gonna ping 100. You guys can see it. I don't have the file here.
Is sync and lock the same thing?
No.
No, I see it. There it is. Sync is sync and lock is lock.
Okay, guys, so give me a sec here. Let me just, so we can ping the radio. That's good. But I don't have the firmware that I need. It's top secret information, so that's why I unplug it a little bit. And we need to look at the new releases coming out. So.
So I downloaded the MIB for the Apex Plus, the forgotten product. I mean, the product that you really don't want me to buy anymore. And I know I'm just arranging deck chairs on the Titanic by staying with my like, oh, what? Oh, we've got a bug at 365 days of uptime. It just hangs and you have to go on site. But what? There's a bunch of values that are highlighted in yellow.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't say why or what yellow means.
I think I did that because what happens the Apex Plus MIB.
If I read any of these values, it'll die.
No, because I think I highlighted those because there's the ones for. Why did I did that? I remember. God, there's a bunch of.
Okay. Next time, just put a little note, a cell
Yeah.
at the bottom. Yellow means.
Yeah, I did. I know I did it for a reason, but I'll get back to you on that one. Hold on. Oh, there you
They look like things I don't want to graph.
go.
But you said there's two MIBs based on which version of software I'm running on.
Yeah,
the
if you're
Plus?
running higher than 3.1.1, I think it's the one you download right now. If you do below that firmware, it's another MIB. Don't ask me why.
And there's only one shown when I go to the page.
Yeah, that's the new one.
This is being all recorded, right? This is the part you're going to cut out of the tape. Don't talk, Jeff, about any more.
It's too much trouble to edit these videos.
Stop talking about Plus.
Okay, so now we're back on track. So what I did was I downloaded from my thumb drive the files here, Apex Orion 2.1.0 firmware and 1.1.0 firmware. I didn't went to the website, I already have them with me, so that's fine. So again, what I recommend is put them in your just control copy, put them in your C drive.
Where you can find them?
Yeah.
There's an easy path.
That's crazy.
Gosh, I need a 65 character path.
Okay, so now they're in a C drive. So now we're going to log into the radio. So we can see here, this radio has 2.1.0 firmware. Okay, this is the current firmware. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can lie.
Very dim the lights on that side of the room.
Uh,
Right next to you.
No. Or really?
Hey, okay.
There we go.
yeah.
Pull the window down a little bit. There you go.
All right, so we said before, within the radio now, we're looking at the firmware. If we do the version command, it's going to tell us what is the current firmware, right here, 2.01, or what the previous firmware, 2.01. So that's fine. The radio can execute the same firmware, it's not going to hurt it. So for this exercise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to downgrade the radio to 1.1.0 firmware. So we're going to see a different firmware. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to go into config mode, super secret password, triangle, it's always triangle.
Until you change it.
Oh, why would I do that? Come on, man. So config and then TFTP-D, it's a daemon. Right now it's off. To turn it on, it's on. Now it's enabled. Now from our command prompt in Windows, we're gonna go back to our C directory where I actually have a file. TFTP-I, and the IP of the radio. And we put the apex. If I hit the tab key, it's going to populate anything that is there. So I can do either 110 or 201. I'm going to bring the radio back to 110. I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to wait a little bit. So at this point, the firmware is going directly into the radio. Okay, I'm sending it right now.
This is really just a file being sent to the radio, but
That's
the
it.
radio doesn't know what to do with it yet.
No,
This
exactly.
is the one that's up there right now?
Yeah. This is the one you have right here in the press. So right now it's just receiving the file.
Good time for a link test. He lists that. Why would you want to use the MMS when you can just use the default package?
That's right.
Couple of things to note. When this fails, the TFTP transfer, which sometimes happens, it's not because of the radio, it's because of a couple of things. The most common ones are firewall is enabled on your Windows computer. That will actually stop the TFTP transfer. Physical firewall across the network if it's going across some other subnet. And antivirus software. That could also stop the actual TFTP transfer. Okay, now that we transfer the file, right here, file transfer successful, we're going back into the radio, and we're gonna do boot image upgrade. This is a what? An IDU. So we do IDU, and remember, if you don't remember what is the next command, space, question mark, and it will tell you what do you want to do. So this is IDU. You click enter. Now, image upgrade. Did I send it to the right radio?
What? No tab completion? Crap. I'm going to need my file X.
It's the X file.
Is there a directory command? Can you see the file system in the command line?
I can. This will be there.
It doesn't, if you enter version, it doesn't show what version it is right now.
Yeah, it does. So right now it's 201. And I'm rolling back just to the 110.
Oh, 201.
Yeah.
Okay. Modem version.
Let me see just pretty quick so we can get this thing rolling here.
Was there a command to actually get out of the command line, like if you didn't want to close your window? Like log off, exit, quit,
You have to-
bye,
you have to-
sayonara?
You have to exit from the debug prompt.
Oh, go debug, then you can do that? Try getting around first.
Unless something is stopping me here. Let's see. Okay, close the window. What's that from? I think the firmware I'm using something that happened. Oh, sorry guys, I'm doing the wrong firmware. Here. Now I realize that so it doesn't execute. Remember the question you asked me? Would it even execute the other software, the other firmware?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm doing here is, I just realized this is a Giga Orion radio, okay? And I'm trying to push Apex Orion firmware onto it. So could happen, see. So what happened to me was, I downloaded the incorrect firmware, so the radio took the file with no problems.
Sure.
And I can see it in there. But at the execution time, it says, no, it's not for me. So that's what's happening to me. That's why I booted it.
You did that on purpose for demonstration purpose, right?
Of course.
Wow, that was sick.
Yeah, I got you guys going, huh?
Yeah, but if you would have dusted off some of that Honey Roasted Plus software, it would
Huh?
run like a honey. You just know it. Yeah, that's where it's at. I'm a 310 guy and I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
Jeff, I want you to come to all our training classes.
Usually I'm the guy they invite you not coming anymore.
Comic relief is the best. I mean, sitting through a firmware upgrade variable.
I'll take that as a compliment.
It is.
There we go. So, alright. We go Ryan, there we go. 1, 2, 3.
I'm just trying to fix my NMS back home while I'm waiting for you. So if all my pluses are running 310, is that the
new
that's on your page now?
Yeah, the new one.
So 310 is the latest? Oh,
Well, that you know.
that I know.
Yeah.
I mean that I care about.
Jeff, if it's running fine for you, 310, because 310 it's the best one to go. I mean.
Well, if I only had syslog NTP.
Only that?
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my gosh. Now, remember that I sent the file to the radio and it didn't execute it. So now I have to resend it. But if I reboot the radio, it's in a temporary folder. So it deleted it. So I have to send it again if I want to execute. Okay?
So does it only hold one uploaded file via TFTP at a time?
Yep. But now it's going to delete it.
Oh.
So how did you look at the file system?
I wouldn't be the special guru user.
Oh, the one that's got sharp edges. We can't use that.
Yeah, no, that'll be like playing doctor.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there an audible alarm for that too?
Someone to reboot everything.
Torch
Here.
at the jungle. Calls out.
Can you roll back a firmware if for any reason there's an issue?
You have to send it. You cannot roll back directly, but you can actually push another firmware, which is the
The older
previous one.
version, let's say. Yeah.
So I'm gonna do it right now. Actually.
So can I give you a scenario?
Yep.
So let's say you just loaded that software, and then you realize it says Barth, that's not going to work. It's the wrong software. So do you have to reboot it before you can send the next one? If I'm not you and have the magic password.
You can push the other one. That's no problem. When you reboot the radio, the other one is gonna disappear. So So that's
Oh, okay,
fine.
so if I take no action, it's going to erase it. But I can't see it anyway because I can't see the file system anyway.
Correct.
So I don't even know if it's there because I don't have the magic password.
Yeah, so you can either reboot it or just keep it in there. It's gonna disappear after the reboot.
So I really don't care. Okay. But I could send the correct one and then execute the command to write it into the boot flash.
Yep,
And
that
then
will
when
be
that's
fine.
done, then I can schedule my reboot to go down and
Correct. And it's gonna clean the other one. Alright, so now I'm gonna go back to 123 firmware. Again, put it in my C drive. $100. You go Ryan, 1, 2, 3. Oh. TFTPD is off because I rebooted the radio. There we go. On. Now we wait.
That's a lame message. Error on server, file not found.
That's scary. You're like,
TFTP
what?
server not running. That seems really lame.
Right.
But we can blame Microsoft for that error message.
Yeah.
Because that's not your software.
The only reason this channel's on still is because this is at a region, and this is where how
I can do it through the Mac, through the SSH, which is better connection. But, you know, overall, all enterprise networks are always going to be Windows. So I'm just saying.
But you can't use SCP or anything like that. It's TFTP or not.
TFTP or FTP. So we use SCP for engineering stuff, but that's it.
So, but if I wanted to upgrade it on an Apex Plus, that would be using X modem with a Kermit sidecar, right?
Yeah, it just best use the TFTP. Just
I just need a serial cable that goes 1200 baud.
Yep.
You got an SFP that goes 1200.
There we go. So now I have the right image on my radio, and now it's started. So see, now I'm gonna get dots across the screen. So remember Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Where's the ghost?
So when that is finished, you're gonna get a prompt command back saying config. Then you're gonna reboot the radio, and it's gonna come back in 123 firmware. Okay. So right now, traffic is passing along nice. SNMP is cooling with no problem. This does not affect traffic in any way or any of the other parameters.
But if it finishes, let's say you get your dots, it has any problem writing, will it say so?
It will just finish at the first 4 dots or 5 dots.
Okay, so you get dots, but you don't get any word that says good, bad,
Nope.
ugly, indifferent.
Nope. The only thing that I've seen is if the dots are not at least relevant to 5 or 4 lines, it didn't execute it correctly. It just didn't. So you have to either reissue the command or resend the firmware.
So it is going to be multiple lines in those dots.
About 4 or 5.
And at this point, we should definitely unplug the power source.
Oh yeah, this is what else.
Absolutely. It's the sweetest time.
Yeah.
Which leads us into the factory tour.
Never Neverland, yep.
Which leads us into the, oh, you're 2 plus 0, right? 1
Thank
plus
God,
0.
yeah. Now, the exercise you guys are going to finalize the class with is pretty much running through what we've gone through all the scenarios in the class and getting things to work. So, that's going to be fun.
I've never done it firmware upgrade because I'm not certified on tracking. That's why I'm here. So that I can upgrade something that can't be upgraded because there's no more firmware.
That's a good deal for you.
Well,
You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Well, at least on my old ones.
Well, you know, I have people running Apex Plus firmware, the first release ever, and they never upgraded.
Yeah, it works.
They tell, look, you know, it said it's been working for 3-4 years. I just don't know if it's anything has to do with it. So,
Well, we've got some more radios that they're shipping for us right now. But one will be a Lynx and one will be a. Trying to think. Actually, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what comes in the box. I think I'm going to wind up with a Lynx and an Orion.
oh, cool.
Because I think I don't know. I don't know what I wound up with because we got this remote flex mount. Oh yeah, it's gonna be they're both Apexes. I just can't remember. I think it's actually one of them has to be Orion instead of XPIC. So that one will be XPIC, and then I don't know if the indoor one is. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think we're doing any gigas. It must be kind of messy. Here's Corman's. Here's Corman's, skateboard.
Yeah.
You want to? I get a couple of nights. You know, one of these in Vegas too. What's that one? June. Might not be used here. This is the two guys that get most out. I think this is
We'll do it again.
So I gotta go find the new guys, but I'm spreadsheet for it. Because congratulations.
Come back just to check out.
It's a lot of fun.
So I'm just gonna do that. So like if you go with a group, you go for 7
It
it's
should be
group. Going by yourself, or just like like my wife and I did it. We just the only good thing about it is we found a Jimmy John's.
But hey, tell them to ping it.
Yeah.
But we don't really, we're not really what
Okay, guys. So, success back. We have the prom. Guys, back here. So, this is finished already. We have the prom back.
Oh, there's a word success.
Success, yes. But if there's a fail, there's nothing. So,
Oh,
yeah.
well, at least that's good that you get a success word.
Okay. So now, after we execute it, we can go home, wait until 12 in the morning and then reboot. But now, we're going to do it right now. So we do reboot. Yeah, now we wait. Okay.
You haven't issued the reboot command though. We're
I
good to
did.
go?
There you go.
Did you hit it?
Yep.
Oh.
See? Timed out.
You know, those Linux guys, we use a -A on our ping and it beeps when it went back up again.
Yeah.
We hear sound when it's back up. Oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
10 Greyhounds side by side can go down that stream of water. I'm not really 10 Greyhound.
So you said 3 minutes is okay, when it gets to 5 minutes, then the pucker factor sets in, right?
Yeah, you start sweating cold. There you go.
The 90-second astronaut re-entry period.
Ever hear that one?
With Mr. Glenn skip across the ionosphere and it's just a little black or a little orange in the.
Yeah.
He just looks like one of those Perseid meteors.
Did anyone see any meteors last night?
You know, I was dumb enough not to look. I can't believe it. I woke up this morning, I read the news. Oh, the meteors are. I'm like, crap! I forgot. I was so pissed.
They've been showing up since
There's
last
3
week.
going on right now.
Was that?
Yeah.
There's 3 different ones going on right now, depending on
Yeah, so
what
tonight we
time.
could probably still
Oh,
see
yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah.
still new moon. You'll be able to
You know
still
what
see
I
it.
do? Drag the child to the mountains and hang out.
Clearly away from the city light.
Yeah, yeah. It's only
With my luck, I would get hit by the meteor and die. And it wouldn't be covered by my life insurance.
Yeah, but you know what? They would say we don't have to really run this one in the lab because he's dead.
That's
You
right.
know, I mean, there it is. Oh no,
Hold
that's
on.
the switchboard.
Okay, not covered by life insurance.
Yeah.
Sorry, axe of God.
Thanks of Perseus.
Yeah, I better microticket ping it.
I don't know. I'll take that bet.
There it is. Oh,
We go there for the 4th of July.
it's the-
It's ice cold. Really, really water.
We came back. That's the moment of truth. Right. Okay, I can stop sweating. Okay, I can go home. So it came back. Ready? So look at the firmware now. 1, 2, 3. If we do the version command, we see the previous one was 201 and the current one is 123. This does not hurt the radio in any way. You can do this all day long.
Kicked me out of my police session.
So that's a firmware upgrade at TFTP. If you want to do FTP upgrade, you can go into the config mode and do FTP, and then connect to your FTP client from server from the radio. Pull the file and then do the exact same procedure. Boot image upgrade and then redo the radio.
Does Plus support FTP?
Yes. Yeah, I got you on that one.
What? Now, when is this previous image version? That's just stored text.
Just for
So
FYI reference,
So,
literally.
because you only hold one firmware, so you can't like
We
revert
can
back.
talk
or-
about no.
No, I mean you're only holding the one. This is just informational, so that when you slap us against the wall and say, "What would you use before?"
Of course.
That's all it's there.
Yeah, just tell me, oh, I use this one. Oh, wow, Jeff, you didn't do that one.
You should
So, yeah, you should have known better. You can do a training. So, right now I'm going to give you guys a break for lunch. And when we come back, you're going to go to a factory tour. And then we're going to come back again and finish our class. Okay?
Yeah, well, the lunch should not be reading.
Oh,
Okay, so it is. Okay. Yeah,
any questions?